What are some of the things that kind of kept you going? Because, like you said, it wasn't always this.
Yeah. It was more the fact that I never liked to give up without following everything through. Everyone believed in me, from the get-go. So, I mean, it was tough in the beginning, picking up a sport that I never played before, trying to learn, study without sort of understanding it and growing up with it, like a lot of people here obviously are blessed with. So it was just that inner drive to get better at it and not give up so easily that kept me going.
Why and how American football? Like you said, you hadn't played it. What made you decide like this is a thing I want to go try on the other side of the world?
I mean, it wasn't as much as the challenge. It was the fact that I loved the sport. I watched it, didn't really understand it because not many people obviously watch it in Australia. It's not broadcasted across our TVs. So the fact that I loved the sport and there was opportunity for me to come over and into the US and play, I just couldn't. I would regret it for the rest of my life if I didn't give it an opportunity.
How did you watch? I mean, that's a 13, 14-hour time difference. I saw it's in the middle of the night on Sunday afternoon here.
Yeah, so it's literally broadcasted at random times, 3 a.m. in the morning. You might see a Ravens and a San Francisco game, but it's really hit and miss. You can just never know. It's just filled in on TV in Australia whenever it is. So I'd be up in odd hours watching it.
What kind of support did your family give you? Like, what did they say to you about this stuff?
My family's always been backing me. They know when I put my head down and choose something to do, they're going to stick by it and give it 100%. So, I mean, they were a little bit weary for me to come over to the other side of the world, just pursue a sport that I never played, but they trust that I wouldn't do it unless I 100% back myself up with it.
Was there a moment for you where you felt like, total comfort or comfortability was there, and you feel like you had maybe a grasp on everything you had set out to do?
Definitely. The moment I came to Iowa State was it felt like home. I never for 1 second regretted coming here. I love it. Every day I come here, the coaches have just been so in depth with me in everything. Just they're always there for me. Everything I need to get better with, they're there. So this has been home ever since I got here.
Is your family going to come to a game this fall?
That is definitely the plan. I would love them to come out for a game. Don't know which one, but whenever we can, I would love for them to finally come to the US and see me play the sport that they've never even watched before.
Would that be? Would you say that would be basically what you worked for, just to see, have your family here and just be able to see you?
Yes, definitely. Just to have them come over here. I mean, they've both never been to the US before, and for them to just understand what I'm over here doing, because a phone call can only explain how much we do in a day. So for them to actually see the work that we put in as a team, what we do, is just definitely the dream for me.
The story of how you got here is obviously really interesting, but now that you're here, what do you feel like you can do on the field at the level that you were striving for?
When I came here, I never expected to be where I am now. It was a dream to be, playing at a D1 Power 5 school, but to be actually where I am now is now the next goal of making sure I'm on the starting side and earn my spot on the team and do what's best for the team.
Lanning compared you to The Rock between your physique and the tattoos. Do you see a comparison there?
He's an idol of mine, so I mean, if I could be anything compared to him, I'm happy. So.
I'll tell you right now, you've gotten about 4 or 5 people from our interviews that have said you're The Rock.
I mean, I'll take that name. That's definitely something that makes me happy. I wouldn't complain.
It's actually pretty ironic, or coincidence, I guess, that he kind of had a rough start, to finding his way.
Yeah.
Do you, is that somebody that you look up to and somebody that you kind of find your dedication and stuff?
Definitely. I mean, I love him. He's an amazing actor, but I love his story of how he came to where he is now, and I love how humble he is. I mean, he's a guy who just gives to his supporters, his fans. He's humble in every aspect of life, and that's just how I like to approach my life as well.
If there's one thing when you finish up your career here at Iowa State, what is one thing you want people to say about you when you're done?
I mean, just like my biggest thing is making an impact of where I go. Everything I do, I try to do 100%. I pride myself in just being up there with just everything I do, just giving 100% effort. So, when I leave here, hopefully I can leave on a term where a lot of other Australians can feel like they can take that leap and, pursue American football, because it honestly is such a sport that you have to love and to travel the other side of the world for. So, I mean, I want to build that bridge to, get other Aussies over it.
You hear about the Australian punters and Australian kickers, not a lot of
appreciate you. Thanks,
defensive linemen.
I mean, it's Aussies that usually come over here are always kicking and punting. So, I mean, it's a little bit unusual that I'm over here playing, in the D line. But I mean, there's a lot of talent in Australia and a lot of big bodies that, I mean, guys who play rugby and transition from that can definitely come over here and play American football.
So you said you were